Premier Ford, how come media isn't allowed into the convention, sir? Sorry, I couldn't get that. What, sir? Why did you pick the same weekend as the federal Conservative Party? David Menzies for Rebel News here at the Toronto Congress Centre. And folks, this is the venue for the annual convention of the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party. But there's a new twist on the convention this year, and it's this. Media has been deemed persona non grata. And I'm not just talking about the independent media. I mean the mainstream media that Doug Ford likes to get so cuddly with these days. But why is that? Well, Ontario PC spokesman Peter Turkington issued a terse statement the other day stating the following, quote, "The Ontario PC Party Convention is a closed event and will not be open to media attendance," end quote. But again, the question arises, why? Well, there is no explanation. It just is. The media is not invited. Now, as I said, 'twas ever thus for us here at Rebel News. Once upon a time, before Doug Ford was the premier of this province, he would attend our Rebel News live events as a guest speaker. I'm not kidding you. And then when he became premier, something changed for reasons that remain unknown and mysterious. In fact, check out this clip of me trying to get to the convention a few years ago. I was threatened with arrest. Here.
I just told you why you're not invited.
No, you didn't. What is the reason?
You're not invited because you've tried this before and we didn't allow you in. So
For 15 years, I've been coming to Ford family events. 15 years more.
Sure.
And I've been welcomed with open arms. Is it too much to ask to get
You're
it?
trespassing now, so you can make your way to the sidewalk.
I'm on the sidewalk.
You're not.
You're
Not
on the
This
sidewalk.
entails
What?
private property.
Yeah.
Where those people are standing right there, if we could ask you to please.
Who is the private property owner of this building,
The
sir?
Toronto Congress Centre.
Okay, so is this taxpayer supported?
No, it's a private entity.
All right. Well, folks, we tried.
Unbelievable. But like I said, this year, it's any and all media are not wanted. So because they won't give a reason, we must speculate. And I think the reason Doug Ford doesn't want any media around this year is that my sources tell me the premier is going to get an earful from delegates here in terms of his performance, in terms of him cozying up endlessly to Prime Minister Mark Carney, and even the fact that of all the weekends on the calendar for 2026, Premier Ford picked this weekend, the same weekend as the convention for the Federal Conservative Party of Canada in Calgary that's going on right now. And I can tell you there are a lot of Conservatives that are upset about that, because you have Ontario Conservatives that wanted to go to both conventions, but obviously when you stage both conventions at the same time, that cannot happen. So in any event, I think the Premier is hypersensitive to criticism. He knows some dirty laundry is going to be aired in public, I should think. He doesn't want to hear it, but more so, he doesn't want the media to report. Holy mackerel, I think I see the Premier himself. Premier Ford, how come media isn't allowed into the convention, sir? Sorry, I couldn't get that. What, sir, why did you pick the same weekend as the federal Conservative Party? I'm not going to hurt him. You know who I am. Premier Ford, we have the whole team over there. Do you support Mr. Poilievre? Hey, how are you? Well, we got a few questions in, but as you can see, his entourage isn't letting us anywhere near the Premier. Have to say, you guys are a lot friendlier than the RCMP guys. You didn't beat me up and falsely arrest me. But they're camera shy too. Well, folks, what can I tell you? That was just cosmic timing. We weren't tipped off. I had an idea the premier might be here because of the entourage of Chevy Suburban SUVs. But he was kind of glib, I would say. He wouldn't answer directly the questions I had for him. And it's a shame. Like I said, once upon a time, Doug Ford was a fantastic speaker at our Rebel News live events, and now he runs away from us. And you know what's more? Once upon a time, Doug Ford used to go by the proviso of respect for taxpayers. And these days, I would argue that Ontario's chief cherry cake eating enthusiast doesn't have a whole lot of respect for anyone anymore. Oh, I see. Hello.
Yeah, we didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, no, I appreciate that, officer. How you doing
We're
there?
rolling. I know you're rolling.
Okay.
So we do have two officers here rolling.
Sure.
As the sergeant's going to tell you. That,
Oh, yes, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I don't know you.
How
We
you-
haven't met.
Blessed are the peacemakers. I'm David Menzies with
My
Rebel
name is
News.
Fitzgerald Parker.
Okay.
So we are working here today
Okay.
on behalf of the hosts who are
Okay.
at this event.
Okay.
So to my knowledge, this is a private event.
Correct, yes.
Invitees only.
Yes.
And that would include the building and the entire property.
Sergeant, do you know why media is not allowed in to cover the event?
Well above me, sir.
Okay, I understand. But we have no intention of going into the facility. We're just reporting from outside.
Media also is not allowed here, according to the hosts
Okay.
of the event. So for that reason,
Oh, you mean outside?
even outside, anywhere on the property, anywhere,
Okay.
and that's the instruction that we've been given.
We're not harassing anyone, or
Certainly you're not, and you
Okay.
have been polite, and I recognize that, and
Well,
I
thank
certainly
you.
appreciate it, especially the first time meeting.
You know.
But what I would ask, out of respect for what the host has asked,
Okay.
and what our job is to do, is to enforce that
Okay.
trespass
Okay.
authority. And at this time, we're kindly asking that if you could leave, if you want to go on the other side of the property and record, by all means, you have the
okay,
freedom.
like
to
on
do
the
that.
public sidewalk, I guess.
Absolutely, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm not going to give you any resistance. I think you're doing me a favor, Sergeant. It's like minus
It is-
18 without the
yes,
wind
it
chill.
is-
I don't want to be here. I'd like to be in there, but they don't want me there. And we were just trying to find out an answer as to why all media is not allowed in. And I tried to scrum the premier. He didn't have an answer for me. And I take you at your word. You don't know why. But I don't want to cause you guys any trouble. So, have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Okay. We got to leave, as usual. Hey, take care, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good weekend. Well, folks, as you saw, we were read the riot act, and we're going to leave because I really don't want to get arrested and be held in a paddy wagon in these miserable conditions. But like I was saying, once upon a time, Doug Ford's slogan, respect for taxpayers, I would argue that Ontario's chief cherry cake eating enthusiast, he doesn't have a whole lot of respect for anyone these days, including the media. Such a shame what happened. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, I know you love it when Rebel News tries to bring you the other side of the story. The thing is, we need your help. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to rebelfieldreports.com? That's rebelfieldreports.com. And if you're able to, kindly make a donation.